Hello, beautiful healers. Stephanie here with Tuesday Tips. Are you giving people Pepsi when they really want to Coke? What do I mean by that? Well, in today's Tuesday Tips, I'm going to be talking to you about how you're going to find out what your clients really want. I'm sure that my first question was very relatable. You're in the car, you're with a friend or a colleague, you're running into the store to grab something to drink. You say, can you get me anything? They're like, yeah, grab me a soda. So you just grab a Pepsi. And you come out and you get back in the car and you give them their drink and you're like, oh, I want a Coke. That's what happens a lot of times in business, is we create these amazing offers and we create these amazing programs or products, but then people aren't buying them. And you're like, why not? They said that's what they wanted. Is it what they really wanted though? You need to do your homework. Every major company out there has a market research division. They spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars finding out what people want. And then they develop their products accordingly. I used to be a project manager for Post Cereal. I was a project manager there for 7.5 years. And a project never came to me without being vetted through the market research department. We spent an extraordinary amount of time and an extraordinary amount of money every year finding out what people want. And if a company like Post Cereal, Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, Honey Bunch of Oats, I'm sure you've heard of all of these brands, whatever you think about them. But if they're spending that kind of money on market research, and it is essential, a project did not come to my desk unless it had their stamp of approval. Do you think maybe you should be finding out what people want too? Well, you can do that in a variety of ways. The first thing you want to do is just ask them. If you can get them one-on-one, have a conversation with them. Find out what it is they want. What is their dreams? What are their goals? And then what's standing in the way? Those are the two questions you need to ask somebody. What do you want? And what's in the way of that, of getting what you want? Do they want to lose weight? Well, is it their poor eating habits? Is it that they don't get enough sleep? Is it their lifestyle? Are they stressed out consistently? Because stress creates cortisol, which I'm not going to get into the whole thing. But is it stress? Is it that they're eating healthy? Do they eat out or do they eat out every night? What's in the way? Are they a midnight snacker? And how can you help them, or how is your program going to help? I mean, when you think about it, I see commercials for Noom. Is it Noom or Zoom? No, it's Noom. I'm thinking Zoom because I'm always on Zoom these days, right? And they're saying that, the big thing for them is that eating is psychological. And there is a psychological component to it. There is a big psychological component to eating. So, is that part of it? I remember, don't judge. I watch a lot of reality TV. I love my Vanderpump Rules. And a couple of years ago, there was a girl on there who never had pasta. And it was because of the conditioning she got as a child. She never ate pasta. So, that's part of her psychology? Is it psychological? Is it she has an allergy? I mean, she might be allergic to something. I just recently, within the last year, started seeing a naturopath doctor who said, gluten is not your friend. Get off gluten. And you know what? As soon as I did, I started to lose weight and I felt better. I didn't know that gluten wasn't my friend. I've eaten gluten my whole life. Does she have an allergy? Does the client have an allergy? Does the client have poor eating habits? Is it psychological? It might be a combination of all those things. But how can you create and structure a program to help her? If you can do those one-on-one conversations, and you should do multiple of them, not just one, but do several, and figure out something that is going to help people, it's going to be a lot easier for them to buy what you're selling. The second way to do market research, you've all probably seen or heard this, maybe even participated in a survey. Surveys are great. They can be quick, easy way to gain access. You can't go as deep in a survey. This is for basic info. And surveys should not be long. I've seen surveys that were like 20 questions long, and I'm like, oh. So surveys, I believe, should be 10 questions or less. There are a lot of free platforms out there that offer free surveys. You can create a quick, easy survey. It should be a mixture of types of questions. There should be yes, no questions. There should be multiple choice. There might be short or long answer. Or on a scale of 1 to 10 or anything like that. So again, let's take that question of, I want to lose 10 pounds. Well, how committed are you to losing 10 pounds? On a scale of 1 to 10. Do you want to lose this by a certain time? Is there a certain reason? Are you getting married? Are you going on this great vacation? Do you have some kind of an event coming up in your life? Do you just want to feel healthier? These are like baseline questions that you can ask in a survey before you even have that one-on-one conversation with somebody. So surveys are a great way of getting some quick, easy information. They're quantitative, they're qualitative, meaning you can see quickly. So when I was starting my mentorship business, I put out a survey and I was like, I have a business wheel. And I'm like, where do you really want help? Do you want help with, getting your vision straight, figuring out what your purpose is? What about the mindset? Making sure that you're in the right you're thinking about things correctly. Finances. Do you need help with the financial piece of running a business? Do you need help with the technology? Do you need help with human resources? Do you need help with marketing? Do you need help with sales? And when I did that, it very quickly told me that people want help in the marketing arena. Great. Well, I can help you in all those areas, but the marketing arena is something that I really enjoy, and that is something that people say they want help in. Well, then let me focus my energy there. Let me design programs, offers that are going to help you with your marketing. I wouldn't be here right now doing this mini training for you or you getting this newsletter if I hadn't done my research first. And I continue to do research all the time. So do your homework and make sure that you're giving people the Coke, not the Pepsi. Okay? They want help. But what do they want help for? Why do they want the help? And the more you know, the better off, the better you can be at solving their problem. Because business is all about solving problems for people and building relationships. So be a problem solver. If you want more help around creating surveys or doing one-on-one interviews, please feel free to schedule a Pathway to Profits breakthrough session. This is a free 30-minute session where I get to sit down with you one-on-one and have that conversation about what you want and what's in your way. And really help you create a mini plan to get you over the hump. So, do your research, give people what they want, and I can help you get there. Or if you're having help, if you need help in any other area, I'm willing to discuss anything during that 30-minute coaching session with you. You can find the link below, and I look forward to giving you some more support. Until that happens, wishing you much success, and have a great week, everybody.